Hey, what's up guys? Jake the Snake here. And recently I had a viewer reach out to me and ask me if I could start a challenge series on H3VR. And after I seen that, I thought to myself that I could host a good mini series on different challenges in this game. So with that, I wanted to kick off a how long can you survive with a certain type of gun in take and hold challenge. For the entirety of the series, I'll have some ground rules. First off, I'll start off with a base health of 10,000. Should be fair for some of the stupid guns I'll be using. Secondly, I won't be able to use any health, from the health hot dogs to the supply rooms. And lastly, I can only use the weapon that pertains to the challenge. So that means no switching to my melee or using any of the enemy weapons or grenades. So in this challenge, I will only be using the muzzleloader. Due to the difficulty with the challenge, I did spawn lock the ammo for the muzzleloader. I wanted to try to mimic an older game I used to play, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. As you progress through the campaign, your character would unlock new slots to hold muzzleloader pistols. Instead of having to reload each one, he would just switch on to the next one. And in H3VR, your player can hold up to 8 small weapons. So I filled all those slots with muzzleloaders. With my skill level in this game, there is no way I would be able to use just one. With multiple enemies and targets to shoot at once, there's just no way I can actually handle that. So I loaded up with my 8 muzzleloaders and I set off. Between the enemies and the objectives, there's no way I would have enough ammo without reloading. Not to mention I don't have no iron sights on these guns either. As I turned the corner I seen the first guy, I knew I'd have to get pretty close. I wanted to keep to the side to see if I could stay hidden long enough to sneak up behind. I wanted to take advantage of this objective. It was in the hallway, so that means the enemies were compact. I missed my first shot, had to grab my other pistol. Without wanting to miss too many, I landed the second one. I dropped my pistols to the ground just so I wouldn't confuse which ones I had ammo and which ones I didn't. The guy got back up somehow, I don't know how, and so I landed my third one on him. So now I'm 3 pistols down. The final guy was way too far for me to be able to land an accurate shot on. So I regrouped, reloaded, and went to the other side. If I can keep up with reloading my pistols at the right time, it'll make my day that much easier. I snuck up on the last guy holding the objective, and took my shot. The one rule with these guns are the closer you are, the better. Because I found out real quick that these things miss like crazy. During the hold I really had to make my ammo count. It's not like I can really reload that fast, especially with 8 different weapons. With this hallway being so tight, I figured this guy would be close enough to fire at him, but I was incredibly wrong. My weapon malfunctioned, and I couldn't figure out what happened to it, so I ended up saying screw it and going with another one. With empty muzzleloaders already building up, I can't afford to miss any shots, but it's easier said than done. I'm losing enough health as it is. During the first take and hold, there's 3 objectives that will spawn that you need to shoot to end it. You can either kill all the enemies that are within the area, or shoot the objectives which will automatically kill them. And at that moment I figured it would be easier for me just to end it. With my health down to 6,000 from 10, I knew I would have to do better the next one. But the next one's even harder with 2 objectives and even more enemies. So I quickly reloaded and went on to the next objective. Having played this so many times, I barged into the next room thinking I knew right where they were. One actually ended up catching me off guard, but his day was ruined real quick. Before starting the take and hold, there will be a couple enemies that actually spawn inside the room, so you gotta clear that room out before you start it. I stupidly took another shot at that guy which I knew was impossible to make, but somehow ended up connecting that last shot. Seeing an enemy run down the hallway, and not having enough weapons to start the take and hold, I knew I had to get out of there and reload. So after 5 minutes of reloading, I finally came and actually started the objective. I figured it would be pretty easy. Put myself in a corner, watch the stairs, watch the left door. They had to come from those 2 spots. With my health down now to 4,000, I really had to be careful. I landed my first shot, killing the first guy, and somehow connected the left shot. When you have a gun that shoots 1 bullet and you're shooting left-handed when you're primarily right, it's not very easy. I got the last guy from the first part of that wave, and he ended up throwing a smoke grenade on me. I had to get out of my corner to actually see anything. One of the enemies shot up the stairs, which I wasn't prepared for, and missed my other shot. I ended up killing him and ended up dancing around the wall with another one. And at this point I knew I had to go for the objective. If it ended, I would have lost it and all this would have been for nothing. With 2 of the 3 down, I had a choice to make. Go for the guy or go for the objective. I went for the objective and missed. I was now out of guns, and there was nothing I could do but accept my fate. In total I lasted 14 minutes and 1.5 rounds. Muzzleloaders are not meant for this game mode or my skill level. That being said, it was a lot of fun for me. It felt like a first-person Black Flag. But that's going to wrap it up for this challenge. I hope you guys had a great time, and as always, thank you.